Hey everybody. Wanted to do a quick movie review this morning. Even though it's Friday morning right now, but I probably won't upload this until tomorrow, or at least hopefully tomorrow, because I'm gonna wait until I do my DVD update first before I upload this, and I'm still waiting on one more movie, which I'm hoping will come today, because the other four movies I bought have well been in by now. And yeah, I'm still waiting on this one last movie to come in, but hopefully it'll come in today. I can go ahead and do that, then upload this tomorrow or so. Or I may just go ahead and upload it today after my DVD update. I don't know. But anyway, either way, the movie I'm going to be doing a review for this morning is the horror movie VHS. And VHS is just basically a found footage anthology movie. It's 5 movies, not counting the wraparound story, and it's all filmed from like this perspective of like basically VHS footage that sort of stuff. It was kind of nostalgic inducing for me, seeing like the quality of the quality of the VHS tapes and everything. Even though I don't think it was actually filmed on VHS, it was just kind of made up to look like it. But anyway, yeah, like I said, It's actually 5 short movies. The whole movie itself is like just under 2 hours long. So, I think let's see, an hour and 16 minutes. So it's like an hour and 56 minutes specifically. So yeah, the wraparound story though itself is basically this mysterious figure has hired a group of let's just say low class people. Basically, they're just they're not good people. Let's just say that to basically break into this house and steal this VHS tape. We're not specifically the thing is we're not specifically told what the tape contains or why they're looking for or why this guy wants them to steal it. But basically, it's just you steal a VHS tape, and they're told that they'll know what it is once they see it, apparently. But the problem is, once they break into this house, they find this. Not only do they find this dead body in the house, but the problem is they find like a whole pile of VHS tapes. And they have no idea which one it is they're supposed to steal. So instead of doing the sensible thing of taking the VHS tapes to the car and driving off, each person decides to sit down and watch what's on the VHS tape on this TV. And basically that's how we're introduced to each of these 5 stories in the movie. It's 5 of them, and the first one is about this group of 3 friends, or 2 friends, or whatever. Oh yeah, 3 friends it is, and basically they're out, essentially trying to find women and to basically have sex, essentially. And they end up at this bar, and this movie is filmed from like this one kid who is wearing glasses and has a camera in it, and basically ultimately they end up at this bar where they meet 2 women, and one of them is. It's like the whole movie. You can kind of tell this one woman. There's something off about her, like just like the way she looks, and the whole time she just keeps repeating this phrase. I like you to the one character that's filming, and it's like it's just something unsettling about her, but you don't quite know what it is. Like the way she stares at you and everything. But ultimately, the 3 friends and the 2 girls go back to this motel room, and basically this one normal girl passes out drunk and everything, and you basically they start like the one friend tries to start having sex with this one strange girl, but let's just say it all goes downhill from there. I don't want to give anything away. The second story was a married couple basically vacationing like in New Mexico or Arizona somewhere, and basically they end up coming across this strange girl who's wanting it basically asked the guy to drive her somewhere the next day, and basically they kind of just ignore it, and after she disappears, but basically it turns out this mysterious figure is kind of stalking the couple, and it's just kind of breaks into their motel room while they're sleeping and starts doing some nasty stuff to them and to their items. Like she sticks the toothbrush in the toilet brush and all that sort of thing. Um, the third story was kind of like it was almost kind of like it was almost kind of like a slasher kind of thing, but basically it's about a group of people, like again, 5 characters. I think it was like three guys and 2 girls, and they all go to this wooded area that has a very sordid history important to one of the female characters. Basically, like years before, there was like a group of murders in this area, and like this one girl was like the one survivor. And the fourth story was basically the fourth story dealt with basically this guy was talking to his girlfriend over Skype or something, and basically she tells the guy how she's been hearing these strange noises in her apartment, and she thinks it's haunted. And basically, it's kind of like Paranormal Activity in a sense, where it's like, you know, there's like stuff that keeps happening, and you see like 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 this kid running like in the background, slamming the door. It's just like all of a sudden, you know, kind of like a jump scare almost. But basically, it's like throughout the whole movie, like the guy and the girl are talking, and he's trying to calm her down, and pretty much, yeah, that's pretty much what it's about. And the fifth story, it's kind of hard to talk about all this without really giving the twists and everything away, but the fifth story basically takes place on Halloween night in 1998, and it's about a group of like these maybe 20-something-year-old guys trick-or-treating and going to this one party, Halloween party in 1998. And presumably they end up at the wrong address, and basically they enter this house that they assume is like this haunted house because of the stuff that's happening. And they ultimately end up in the attic where they find like this group of people with a girl like tied up, you know, to their floor and roof, and basically kind of like doing some very weird stuff to her. And basically they have to figure out what to do and everything. But anyway, those are kind of like the 5 movies that are in the overall movie. Like I said, it's kind of hard to really talk about these 5 movies since they're so short. Well, they're about maybe 15 minutes, but it's kind of hard to talk about it without really giving away the twists that happens in them. Basically though, each one kind of sort of has a twist to it at the end, towards the end, and pretty much none of them. I think except for maybe the third one, kind of. I gotta admit, none of the twists I really saw coming at all. Like what happens towards the end of each one. Yeah, so pretty much though, I would say probably the first and the last stories are easily the best ones of the 5, which actually seems to be a consistent opinion for most people who see this movie. That most people seem to like the first and last stories the best. In my, you know, what I think probably if I had to rank them, probably from like the ones I like the most at the least, probably the first, fifth, fourth, second, and third one. I didn't. I mean, it wasn't bad. I mean, the third one wasn't bad. It's just I don't know. It's probably my least favorite of the 5. Yeah, pretty much. There's no like big name people in this movie. They're all kind of like fresh faces, I guess, which I think is a good thing for a movie like this, because I think it was like if you saw like a bunch of like people you knew, like if like Brad Pitt was in this movie, I think something like that would have taken away from this movie a good bit. It's one of those movies. I think it works a lot better with people you don't really know and all that. The acting was pretty good, I thought, for all the stories. Yeah, like the one main kid like that's filming in the first movie. Like I thought he did a pretty good job of coming off as terrified and everything. And another thing about this movie is there's a lot of nudity in it, which I mean I'm not talking about like you know the typical kind of nudity where it's like from the back or whatever, or basically like the waist up. I mean like they show everything in this movie. I mean I'm not saying that's a good or bad thing. I'm just pointing this out, you know. But You know, I mean, I wasn't expecting to have a guy's giant penis shoved in my face, but sure, why not? Why not? um, and yeah. So anyway, the movie itself. Well, okay, what would I give it? Honestly, I mean, I probably would give it about a 6.5 out of 10. I think this is one of those kind of movies you're either going to really enjoy or you're just going to really hate. I don't think this is one of those kind of like middle ground kind of movies. You know, you're either going to really like it or really hate it, probably. If you're a horror fan, I would recommend checking it out. So yeah, that is my review, and I guess I'll see you guys next time. So thanks for watching, and goodbye.